Notes from the Upper West Side, a novel by Dan Wrench. Chapter 3. Shit Happens. My wife's name is Corrinne. She was named after an African-American lady her mother says she, quote, took in, end quote. In reality, the original Corrinne Sr., was renting the room over Corrinne Jr.'s parents' garage. So when my mother-in-law says she took her in, she's just being a big fat lying racist, if you ask me. And if that isn't bad enough, my mother-in-law also smells like socks. Just ask my kids when she visits. Plus, she is the obese person's idea of a lard ass, a monstrosity of steaming guts, with little breakfast sausages for arms and legs. She's one of those people you see walking down the subway stairs at rush hour, taking each step on a 10 count, oblivious to the fact that she is being assassinated in the imaginations of everyone blocked by her gigantic ass from reaching the train. Anyway, Corrinne Sr., the black lady, and Raquel, my mother-in-law, became really tight friends. They did everything together. If Raquel had looked slightly more human, they may have even licked each other up and down every day. So what I'm saying is, they were tight. Then they had a falling out. Nowadays, whenever Raquel visits, smelling like socks and pissing off commuters, she relives the breakup in the same whining detail, ending with, "And I named you after her, my only daughter, and she knew it. And she went right ahead and blew your father anyway." Right. She's divorced, and Corrinne's dad is, I guess, still pounding the exquisite cunt of Corrinne Sr., who I met a couple times, and who has a really thin waist and wide hips that have never borne children. I think about her sometimes. Like most black chicks, she has a mouth made for pipe. So like I said, Corrinne Sr. has a tight little waist and thin little hands and a really cute face. And a big ass and rack. I first met her at our wedding, where her infamous husband, my wife's dad, was sitting in the corner with his feet up on a divan, rolling an unlit cigar in his mouth and riffing with his pals on the factoid that guano means batshit. And she probably calls the retard daddy while he puts his tongue up her asshole. That happened to me. Yeah, the whole daddy tongue asshole thing. But more on that in about a jillion chapters. Shit happens like that. One day you're married to a greasy meatball and you have no hope. A great day is when you don't cut yourself shaving, and you get a big smile from a chick attractive enough for you to think about later when you beat off. Then one day, a day like any other, you find out the greasy meatball's hot friend thinks your cock is a Happy Meal. And you realize that the world has colors, beaches, and sunshine, and you don't need the fat lady after all. It kind of happened to me once, or almost. I lived on this block where this woman passed me every day on the street like she had no idea who I was. Sometimes she even looked away and grimaced like I was some toad thing. Then one day, one 4th of July, I was walking down this same street and she came out to meet me. She ran. She actually ran to catch me. And she was all smiles and wavering, drunked up, as my uncle used to say. She just stood there for a second, then she said, "I wanna fucking fuck you." And I just know for sure I would have fucked her too, only she slurred her words so badly that I had to ask her to repeat herself twice before I knew what she was saying. And by then she was annoyed. Notes from the Upper West Side. Copyright 2013 by Dan Wrench. Notes from the Upper West Side is a work of fiction. The people depicted in this work do not exist.